We're gonna do a drill for about 10 or 15 minutes, and we're gonna just do some submission attacks from spider guard position. We'll do some spider guard stuff this week in general. So we'll do the drill first, and then we're gonna get into like some different sweeps this week as well. So second half of the class will be a sweep tonight. All right. Close guard. So once we get into the position, you don't have to set it up this way. I just want you to be able to start. Okay. Double cuff grips. I want to roll my knuckles into his forearms. Okay. Kind of turn my elbows in, and then from here, I want to go inside if I can. All right. You can do from the outside, but he's also going to push me down. All right. I don't want to do that if I don't have to. All right. So in here, I'll open up my knees a little bit. My butt's off the ground. Hip escape. I'm hiding his arm underneath, and I'm going to put my foot in his bicep. The grip is going to be pulled tight. Okay. I don't need to extend it all the way. There's a couple different ways to do it. We're going to start with it kind of loaded up, so my legs bent. Pressure, hiding the arm. Okay. Now from this position, I can start moving it. All right, go bulls. All right, and stand down on them. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to sell the sweep. We'll go over the sweep in detail here in a minute, but I'm going to go for the sweep. So we'll load up that pressure on his bicep. Come out. Right. Go forward. Right. I'm blocking here as I pull. My hand went from underneath to inside my leg. Okay. When he opens that knee, which is normal, I'm going to post, stand back down, and as I pull his sleeve, I'm going to clamp on his neck, then we'll get our finish. Grab the shin, squeeze. Got it? So start here. So I'm up, hip escape, got the bicep loaded up. Okay. Here, sweep doesn't work. Okay. He comes. I didn't get him all the way over. Okay. Foot to the hip. Stand down. Drop over the top. Squeeze. So I want to just start in that spider guard position. Foot in the bicep. Foot on the hip. So the sweep. When he posts that knee out or he stands on that foot. So he's either going to open it or post it. Doesn't matter. Either way, we're still going to attack it. All right.
Could you show the detail of when you hide the hand on the low side?
Okay. We'll talk more about it when we do the sweep today too. So hips up, out to the side. I'm hiding this underneath. Okay. Just because I don't want to give him this on the inside right away to just push my knee down and start his pass. It's going to force me to switch what I'm doing. So here, elbows are in next to my hips. I'm gonna hip escape, okay? Now, foot comes to the bicep, here. All right, just, right? Step down, pull sleeve, inside my knee, clamp, finish. Okay. So, just like we were doing that collar sleeve stuff, I need his elbow to get past that knee. Does that make sense? Here, so the sweep, I go back to the foot on the hip, stand down to break his posture. As I pull that, so if he pulls his arm away, I need that elbow to be past my thigh. Then I'm right there to get him, okay? Doesn't work. Here, down. If he pulls his elbow in, this is not gonna work. Pull your arm out, okay? The elbow's gotta be past that leg. Any questions? Yes.
So in this triangle setup, you're dragging him in instead of shooting your hips up?
I am shooting my hips up. My hips are going to go to his chest, but I am also kind of standing on that bicep, right? So it opens up, foot goes back to the hip, stand down, lift my hips up. Here. Here. I don't want to do it from my back, and this might be answering your question here. I don't want to be here and try to jump because he's just going to posture. and I'll end up here. This is no good. Okay? That's just me gonna have to bail really quick. All right?
So once you're standing on the bicep, your hips are kind of already up.
I'm gonna lift my hips towards his chest and shoot them up. And then I'm gonna shoot the leg over his, like, to the back of my knee, is gonna hit the side of his neck. Okay? And I clamp down hard, my foot needs to be booted. Not like this. Okay? Strong, so my hamstring's strong. Okay? One more time. Here, hip escape. Here, right? Stand down. Open sweep, doesn't work. Foot to the hip. So it's on the ground first as a block, right? Back to the hip. Stand on that bicep as I square up. Here, pull the sleeve, and I'm lifting my hips up. Here. Get the finish. Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that he goes from here and he goes forward. Are you going backward? Like
Standing on his bicep to bring
and
his
pushing
posture
him
down.
down? Okay.
Then my hips are coming up to his chest, so I'm not reaching for him.
Okay.
That way I'm strongly clamping down on his neck to bring him down further.
Okay.
Okay? It's all about controlling his posture.
Okay.
All right? You good? All right, 1, 2, 3. Can you be surprised how often this works? Even, you know, even kind of when they kind of know it's coming. All right. All right. Lock. Inside. I'm already off my butt. I can't just stay down here. All right. Lift up. Right. Now I can escape. Here, I start to move him. Okay. If he adjusts his base or whatever, like, yeah, so just bring him back down. Okay, he adjusts back, right? Now I go, right? And that gets my opportunity to sweep him. So what I'm looking for is I'm in this spot, right? I can move him. And then I'm gonna time me moving this, pulling the sleeve, and blocking this leg to turn him over. Okay? I'm gonna keep this here. Because inevitably he's going to try to come up. Not, okay? Go away. Turn, yeah, right? I can come up that way too. More times than not, he's going to turn into me. So I want to be able to take that. So how we're going to do the sweep? Here, here, this, right? I'm going to kick the leg through, pull the sleeve. Here, on my elbow to finish, okay? Tries to come in, turns, right? I'm going to use this, pull as I push my foot, and then I'm going to slide my toes down and come up. In and out, okay? Once I'm here, I have both sleeves, right? He's going to try to dig his elbows, right? And I get my feet towards his hips, I take a high mount, okay? I don't want to reside back here. It's too easy for him to move me, all right? So, look at this slow. I don't want to just sweep back here. I want to go for the sweep, come up to my elbow. Okay? Now, keep my grips. Come up. Okay? That's ideal. If he starts to escape his hips, let it out, put my knee to his stomach. Okay. Does that make sense? So if it doesn't work out perfectly when you get them down to the mat, I can always finish the side control or something like that, a knee on belly. Probably err towards knee on belly if you can't get them out. Good? Questions? Everybody's got it mastered? We'll do a couple to this side. Escape here, right? Just, okay, on my elbow, come up. Use these to pull yourself up.
How do you know, why didn't you hit him on the first time? Was he not off balance enough?
I'm steering his upper body, right? So this position can be played just foot on the hip, right? You'll find a lot of people that play this. Right? A lot of this kind of stuff. And I can do the same thing. I just drop it down and sweep. Okay, there's methods, not the best at this, but more pulling this straight leg up and then pulling this out and then swinging this leg. Sweeping them too. That's not really my way of doing it. I like to keep my leg bent, so I have some travel to turn his body. Okay. I don't like it extended. Because if I come all the way out here, right, and I've already moved this from the inside, or from the outside to the inside, right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna grab my pants, right? And which side are you gonna step up with? Not that one. Right?
Yeah,
Come
it
on.
is.
Right? See how I've lost? Like I have to switch right away. Okay, because I've lost any kind of leverage from that. So I don't have any travel left. Right? So he's just gonna go with what I'm doing, right? And now I have to adjust. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you keep it like at a 45-degree angle when you're putting
I keep
pressure on-
not fully locked out.
Okay,
I wanna have a little bit of push left,
okay.
right? If he picks this side up at all, he's going for a ride quick. Okay, if he picks up his opposite side, I'm gonna have to change what I'm doing. Okay? So if I'm here, I'm looking, right? That, I can't sweep that way. So I'm gonna have to change what I'm doing. Okay? So what I'm looking for, definitely, if he picks that leg up, he's gone. This is this leg, right? Because he's already, pretty easy. Okay? I'm gonna block that leg so he can't move his knee out. Okay? If I block it in time and he doesn't really get his knee turned, he's gonna get swept. Okay? Here, so if he's on both knees, and I get that before he can move it out. Okay? But what have I told you so many times? Like, we're not doing a lot of effective jiu-jitsu down here, right? So for this drill, it's okay if they're on their knees, but your opponent's gonna play one of these positions, right? So ideally, I'm gonna sweep them that way, right? This one's up, I'm gonna sweep him this way. Does that make sense? Because I got no post that way. If I sweep this way, right? And it's just too hard, I can't really get him turning that way. Does that make sense? Any other questions? All right, we're gonna knock that out the rest of the class. I'm not gonna put a time on it. Just do it for like 3 and switch, only because it's new to some of you. All right, I'll make my rounds, make sure everybody knows what they're doing. All right, 1, 2, 3.